Kingdom Culture.
Even the spelling is funny. It's ICIE, but it just comes from one of my favourite hymns, is Amazing Grace. So it's Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, who saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. So it's just like the whole grace for me with God, the most loving attribute. The thing I love the most about me is grace, because I know I'm rubbish in it. So that name, that's how it kind of came around. So yeah.
Pro Beato, who knows about Pro Beato? Chocadero.
I'd say about 2003-04, me and my brother. We was in a group called Commission, and it was grime at the time. That was the grime and garage kind of, that was the order of the day. So we just wanted to have a say in that. We wanted to have a voice in that. And it was at a time where, especially Christian culture in the UK, it was everywhere. Like there was an event every week, like church events, outreaches, and so we just got invited to Saturday. Each Saturday we had somewhere to go, and we made some songs that really connected with people, and that's it. Just mad. It just meant kind of blew from there. So since then, and then we put that down. So we stopped the duo, and I just continued with my music as a solo artist, and that's what I've been doing since, let's say, around 2012. Sorry. So 2004 to about 2012 now, where we are. Yeah. It's been a long way. I'm just thinking about it now, but yeah. So it's been going on for long. 2012, it's been doing single.
That's where you would go to check the girl. Them. I didn't have a girl at the time.
For me, it's like because I've been doing this for so long, I had to have something that reminded me, to keep going, kind of thing. And I've seen with everybody that if you look at anyone who's blown, anyone who's gone on to do amazing things, it was their persistence, even in the face of this isn't working, even in the face of frustrations and failings, that just kept on going. It was persistence, and one hit away says, not just in music, but whatever industry you're in, whatever field you're in, you're one business meeting away, one business card away, one fashion line away from it being the dream that you've always had. So don't give up. You can't give up now, because tomorrow it could be it. You give up now, and then you find out it was yesterday, you'll be vexed. So I always encourage people that everybody's one hit away. Like whatever you're doing, keep doing, because it's just a moment, and everything could just change.
But those were the good days, man. It's actually a Thursday today, so
the effects I see it has on people, that's what inspires me. So I remember I was doing an event and I performed the Becoming. And Becoming is about becoming a man, and how it's not just a fixed state, but it's a continual thing. We're all trying to become men, like trying to shed off the past, trying to embrace new things. So I did that song, and one guy came up to me in the foyer and was crying, and I was like, wow, what's up here? And he was just like, I came to the UK on my own to further my studies. I left all my family, I came here to further my studies, but it's been hard, it's been difficult, surviving financially, the loneliness, the course, but hearing your song made me know that I'm doing the right thing for the situation I can at the moment. I'm trying to better my life, I'm trying to become something better. So your song has really helped me, in a sense, comforted me that, you're doing the right thing, just keep going. So after he left me, I was shaken up, man. I was just really emotional, because I was like, but this is a song, it's just a song in my bedroom, something that you make and then you perform. I did it for me first. So to see when music connects with other people and the effects of that, I have to then go back and make more, because if that can help someone, maybe there's more back there that can help someone else. So seeing the effects and the way it helps people, that just inspires me, man. That really inspires me.
Take time with the rhythm, I make sure it's quality that I give him. Pain is built.
Yeah, I mean, with that song, I think one thing I realized coming out of the relationship was that I didn't know myself, so I didn't have a standard for myself. So even in the way that, let's say for example, single conferences are set up, sometimes a lot of them they're geared towards women, and them knowing their value, knowing their worth, don't give away, your body, etc. But that's never told to men. That's never told to men. We're taught about, providing and being the pastor of the home and all that. But you never taught about, you've got value, don't give your body to no one else, have value in a relationship, have a standard in your relationship. Ain't nobody telling men that. So I wanted to make a song that kind of spoke about that, because what I learned from it was that I didn't have value of myself. So when I was in that relationship and being spoken to in a certain way, when I was in that relationship and being made to feel and belittled and made to feel so low, I should have got out of that thing, but I stayed. And sometimes we hear that narrative with women, but it can happen to men as well. And I think that's what I learned from that situation. I wanted men to take that away, that, you know what, have standards for yourself in relationships, value who you are, find your self-worth, so that whoever comes to you or whoever you welcome into your life, they can appreciate that as well. That's important to me.
When I'm living, when the sun shines, I'm living. Born in the 80s.
I think clarity of purpose. Everyone needs clarity of purpose in what they've been called to do. What is it you've been called to do? Have you been called to be a governor? Have you been called to be a faith child? No, because nobody can become those things. You've been called to be what you've been called to be. And someone, you just interviewed Melvillous. Melvillous is somebody who is exemplifying that in its purest form. He knows he is called in a certain way, in a specific way, in a certain environment, and to shine in that. For him to pretend to be anything else is going to flop up the whole thing. When I watch him on Rinse FM, when I watch him on sets, people admire him because he's so good at what he does, but also his message. But the quality of what he provides makes them listen to the message. You can't just shove the message but have not the quality. So I think that comes from clarity of purpose. I know I am called to do this, so I'm going to do it to the 10th power. I'm going to do it because this is what God has called me to do, it to the highest level. Governor does what he does to the highest level. Faith does what he does to the highest. Mel does what he does to the highest level. And it's because they have a clarity of purpose. They know, they've taken time to dig within themselves, talk with God. What is it I do? This is what I do, and then it gives them the confidence to do it in any scenario, in any arena. For me, I've had to do that myself throughout the last 2 years, really delve and think, what is it I'm called to do? And that's what's making me a bit more focused, a bit more sure, a bit more confident of what I'm doing, and to do it at the 10th power. So I think it needs just people to rise up, and irrespective of what the traditions are, the stereotypes of what you should make or what you shouldn't talk about, go and find what is it you are called to do by God, because then that can never be taken away from you, man.
Main thing, Champion Hill. That's
2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I was just in the deepest depression, man. I was just like, this music is long. It's just so long. Like, to put out a project, people will see the link, Spotify link. They'll see the link, but they won't see all the stuff behind what it takes to get that link up. The videos you got to pay for. You got to pay for, artwork. You got to pay for production. You got to pay for mixing. You got to pay for mastering. You got to pay for studio. And so, music is one of the things that gives the lowest return on investment in like a lot of industries. It's one of the lowest return. You can put out an album and see nothing back. And so I think I just came to a point where I'm just done. I'm finished, man. This is dead. I'm finished. I'm going to stop doing music. Let's just go and focus on other creative things. And that was because not only that was happening musically, but my life, I was just so tired of I guess negative stuff happening and not having nothing to hold on to. Do you know what I'm saying? Stuff would happen left, right and centre. And I'd be like, God, what going on, man? Like, can there be some let up? Like, come on, like, I'm trying to walk on that straight and narrow. Can you help, man, or something? Things were happening in the news, and sometimes there's things we watch in the news we gloss over as Christians because we're like, hey, well, God knows best and da-da-da. But I would do that a lot of the times. And then times where I would stop at a story and be like, nah, God, why going for that? How could you let that happen? One guy I remember in particular that triggered everything was an old man in the US, and it was very hot. It was in a summer period, extremely hot. But old man, he had a car, went to the convenience store, went to pay for something, and he realized, oh my gosh, I forgot my wallet. Went back to the car and shut the door, was looking for his wallet, found the wallet, and then he went to open the door and it had locked. Some mechanical, electrical fault had locked the car. So he tried to put down the window because it's electric. It wasn't going down because the electric was off. He couldn't start the car, nothing. And he died in the car because of the sweltering heat. As an old man, he died in the car. And I remember I looked at that paper article, just turned it, I was like, let me just keep going. But then I said, no, but how? And that one really, really shook me. So musically that was happening. Then life was happening. And I was just like, I was just down. I couldn't talk to my wife properly. But then my mum called me, and she called me on the phone, and she was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm fine. Like, I don't want to talk about, I didn't say it, but I'm fine. Everything's cool. Let's just gloss over and finish the call. She said, you've got a lump. I said, what? I said, what do you mean a lump? And she just started to pray. She started to pray in tongues, praying. And I was very resistant. I was like, oh, don't pray. Because if you're going to be praying now, I'm going to have to start praying. If I have to start praying, I'm going to have to start having faith in God again. If I start having faith in God again and he does something that makes me lose faith, then we're at square one again. So let's not even go there. She's praying. I just started to pray as well. And she said, just let go. When she said, just let go, I felt chains on my hands that she let go. And then I felt God say, I didn't hear it in the air, I just felt it in my heart, him say, when you come off this phone call, like, come back to me, come and just talk, like, come back to me. Came off the call, and I said, God, you know what? Sorry, innit? Like, I don't have the answers to everything, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know it all, but I'd rather still have these questions and be in this with you than not have the answers and still be guessing and not have you. I'd rather be in this and be questioning than be questioning and not have you. Let's just still roll. And then from there, I went to the studio, and normally I can take 3 months to do a verse. So I want to get it right, it has to be true. And then all of a sudden, I believe the Holy Spirit songs just started to come. Like all the songs I did today, the songs just started to flow. Like I would do it in an evening, a whole song, chorus, verses, just done. I would tell my wife good night, 9 o'clock. I'd be from 9 to 1 a.m. I'd just be writing. 24 songs came, 24 songs. So my next project is MOC, and MOC is I'll be releasing the title, what that means soon, but 24 songs came from that dark place. I'm going to pick 12, we picked 12. And those are the ones that we're going to release. And so that's the next project out, and it's my best work ever. It's my best work ever. I've got it on my phone. I listen to it before I go to sleep because I want to make something that it's almost like a very selfish project that I like, because it's all the songs that came from that dark place. It's not looking at Spotify playlists, it's not looking at, I've got to write this for the people. It's purely, this has to be, I have to replay it for myself. I have to be like, ooh, let me play that back. It's got to be purely for me. So when I release the title, that's when people will understand why it has to be so selfish. But because it came from that place, it's almost like it's just me and God. What did me and God create and then offer to the world? Whoever connects with it, connects with it. When I do the album, that's the whole thing about all that other stuff. But I'm very happy about this project. I cannot wait to release it. More so for myself, to just be, okay, it's out there. But I'm very excited for it, man. I can't wait, man. So.
Captain Planet, Powerpuff Girls, Inspector Gadget. What you know about Smurfs? What you know about Heathcliff, Dungeons and Dragons? Cartoon Network, none ever slacking. Johnny Bravo was the baddest.